Welcome to the Uplevel Your Future No More Hiding Summit. You will discover innovative talks for personal and business expansion with leading experts. Today, be ready to be infused with hope, strength, and confidence and find powerful direction to lead you on a path of success. Join our world-class speakers and experience inspiration, hope for your future, and an elevation of your desires. Inspired Choices Network, our summit hosts, are excited to have you here.
Welcome, everyone. Entrepreneurial leadership. Maximize your entrepreneurial leadership. Today, we're talking about proven steps for just that. So what is entrepreneurial leadership? Entrepreneurial leadership is a mindset that focuses organizations on turning problems into opportunities that create economic and social value. That's just one quote that I've found. What is entrepreneurial leadership to you? What I know is that each and every one of us has our own definition of what that looks like. And some of us, as we are creating our businesses, as we are stepping into the entrepreneurial world, we are discovering what that means to us. And that definition can change as you change, as your business changes, as you elevate who you are in your own business and in the business world. So what I would love to talk about today is exactly what leadership can be and what a leader, especially an entrepreneurial leader, needs to be stepping into to become the absolute best that they can be. My name is Christine McIver. I'm a business optimization expert, an entrepreneur, and someone who loves to teach other people how to really step up into their own world and be the absolute best leader that they can be. Being a leader in the world is honestly, it's a privilege. And it is something that is put into our hearts, I believe, to really contribute in a way that maybe other people are not. See, I believe that each and every one of us has something that we've come here to do and something that we are here to contribute. And when you add your knowing, your awareness, your leadership to the world, you contribute to the world in a way that is so brilliant, that is such a gift, that it changes the world for everyone out there. So my first question to you is, what is a leader to you? What does it mean to be a leader in the world? What does it mean to you to be a leader and to be showing up as a leader? Are the things that you are doing and the things that you are choosing, does it elevate not only you, but the people around you? One of the biggest things that we need to understand is where we are coming from has us show up to be a leader. So we have to ask ourselves, where are we coming from? It's not that to become a leader, you have to be a certain way. In order to be a leader, your type of leader, it's where you're coming from. So what is it that's inside of you that is asking to come out? What is it that you know that is going to elevate the world as you step into being a leader? There is not just one definition. While I read one definition, there's not just one definition of a leader. And an entrepreneurial leader involves even more. It involves innovation. It involves risk. It involves elevating yourself in a way that you create a business. Now, there are larger businesses where people will have support individuals around them, where there's several different members, perhaps, of a board. But if you are an entrepreneur that's just starting out, or you have a smaller number of individuals, your leadership leads everyone in that business directly. You are the leader that your business is looking for, and you're the leader that your employees and your clients and customers are looking for. So for you to challenge who you are and for you to challenge your leadership is something that I believe you need to be doing each and every day. We as leaders need to step in and choose to be the best that we possibly can. We need to be showing up and being our brilliant selves in the world in a way that changes how we create. One of the most important things that we need to be doing is we need to be accountable. We need to be willing to be accountable to what we say we are doing and being in the world. Now, I've seen a lot of people show up in their businesses and they're dealing with insecurities. That's normal. It's okay. But what are you doing about your insecurities? Are you seeking support? Are you seeking someone that is challenging you to grow? I think that the best leaders in the world have coaches. And I believe every leader in the world needs to have a coach so that they continue to strengthen who they are by being challenged. When we're in our own world, we can't see exactly the impact that we are having. So when we have a trusted coach in our world, they will challenge us. Your coaches need to be challenging you so you can be the leader that you desire to be. And being accountable means that what you are saying you are going to bring to the world, you are actually doing. Being accountable means to be accountable to yourself. What is important to you? What are the values that you live by? Do you bring them to your business? Do you bring them to your leadership? Or are you running your business from what the finances say? Are you running your business from what it gives your ego? These are important things that we need to check ourselves again and again. There are many people that step out into having their own business, but they're not necessarily a leader. You need to be looking at, are you holding yourself accountable to being a leader? It's so important that you also walk your talk. Here's a very simple example. One of the things that I talk about with my clients all the time, and it may seem very simplistic, but I talk about their emails. I oftentimes am speaking with my clients and my business clients, most especially, about how many different email addresses they have and how many emails they have in their inbox. Now, it seems like a silly little thing, but I'm going to tell you, most business owners that I have met and I have worked with are hoarders when it comes to their emails. They're not cleaning up their emails. They're not organized. And it's just one simple example of, if you're teaching other people to be organized, if you're teaching your clients to show up professionally, you need to be walking your talk. And that's just one area that you need to be organized. You need to take accountability for what's going on with your computer, what's going on in your office. How are you showing up in a professional way? Are you walking your own talk? This is something that I hold myself accountable to all of the time. And I work every single day to have my emails down to 10 emails. Now, that may seem like a very silly little thing, but the fact of the matter is that helps me to stay organized. That helps me to respond in a timely fashion to the demands of my business. And that's been one of the things that has helped me to grow my business, because I'm efficient. That's a value of mine. You need to look at, are you walking your talk? What is your value that you need to be walking your talk with? Do you own your own personal development? Do you wait until somebody calls you out on something, or are you looking at yourself, not from a criticizing yourself aspect, but are you looking at yourself, evaluating, how am I doing? Are you setting out long-term goals and working backwards to achieve those goals? Are you looking at what you need to get better at? When I first started speaking, I was very, very nervous. And in fact, on my very first radio show that I ever did, I was so nervous that I was crying. That was not okay for me. I didn't want to be in that space of insecurity. I didn't want to be in that space of feeling like I was really at the edge of my emotions. I wanted to be able to show up and deliver what I knew was important to my listeners. So, what did I need to do? I needed to work on my confidence. I needed to really do some personal development work to see what it was that I was nervous about, what it was that was having my emotions at the edge. This is something that did work on. And this is something that I believe every single solitary leader needs to be doing, is working on your own personal development. And it's not a place you get to. It's an experience that you have throughout your entire life. You don't just arrive to being perfect. You are going to have opportunities throughout your life, and especially throughout your business and your leadership, that you can continue to grow. You need to own your personal development. You need to continue to look at what it is that you can be finalizing or fine tuning, that you can be really improving upon. And what is it that you would love to show up with in the world? What is it that's pulling on your heart that would make such a difference to you and to the world? A lot of leaders in the world are very hard on themselves. And because they're hard on themselves, they don't want to be vulnerable, because they're afraid that if they are vulnerable, if they actually look at the areas of their life or the areas of their professionalism that they need work on, that something will go wrong. Nothing's going to go wrong. You are in the perfect place wherever you are. And as you're willing to be vulnerable, and as you're willing to look at what you have done in the world, where you have perhaps messed up, could you be willing to look at it as a growth opportunity? Your vulnerability is a stepping stone to you to be able to step into more and more of your brilliance. But you've got to be willing to look within yourself and look with the actions that you have taken and what part you played perhaps in relationship issues with clients or customers or team members. What is it that you have done that you could desire, or perhaps you desire to change for the future? This is your opportunity to continue to grow. There's nothing wrong with you. There's never been anything wrong with you. But you, being a leader in the world, requires you to continue to reach forward, for you to continue to be vulnerable. You need to be surrounding yourself with people that are better at things than you are. I don't know how many of you out there have this idea that if it's going to be done correctly, you have to do it. That is something that I have absolutely dealt with in my life and in my business. And giving up things in my business has been hard. And I recognize that. I understand that. And trusting myself that no matter what happens, I'll be able to take care of it has been very, very helpful, because when I work with individuals in my business and I see them as an expert and I allow them to step into their leadership, into their best self, they are then able to support the vision of the business, and it allows me to raise them up. You know, a great leader raises up leaders greater than who they are. Is that the type of leader you want to be? Is that the impact that you want to be in the world? That's what you really want to be looking at. Another thing that's so important is you want to risk. You want to risk yourself. You want to take risks. You want to step out on the edge, because it's until you get to that edge that you learn where you need to grow. And while things may scare you, while things may initially really challenge you, how are you going to know what type of leader you can really be and contribute to the world unless you are willing to risk, unless you're willing to risk being vulnerable, unless you are willing to risk starting something new? I've started lots of new things. I had lots of different ideas on what I wanted to bring to the world, and they didn't all pan out, but many of them did, right? What do they say that Michael Jordan, for every 100 shots that he took, he landed one of them? You've got to keep taking your shots. You've got to keep risking in order for you to grow, in order for you to really find the depths of your brilliance, the depths of what is unique about you and what your business can really bring to the world. Your entrepreneurial leadership demands that you risk. It demands that you allow yourself to be scared in the midst of it, that you demand that you step out from being in the comfort zone. Yes, sometimes we need to rest, and that's an important piece that each of us need to be doing. Not always be in the work mode, but taking time to be with ourselves, taking time to allow ourselves to learn more and to be in the silence so we learn about what it is that's unique for ourselves. And when we come out of that, being willing to step forward and to take risks, being willing to know that no matter what, you have your own back. Be willing to risk your brilliance to become even greater. We need great leaders in the world, but we don't need great leaders to just be on repeat. We need great leaders to step forward and to risk being all that they possibly can be. We want to have and really have a vision of what type of leader we want to be. And my friends, that is going to continue to evolve as you evolve. You can only see as far as you can see. And as you evolve, as you become greater, as you move through those challenges, you're going to see a greater vision each and every day. Spend some time asking yourself, what type of a leader do I want to be? How do I want to show up in the world? Don't look outside of yourself and compare yourself to other people. Take visions of what people are doing to inspire you. But the real work is when you go within to find out the type of leader that you want to be. Believing in yourself, challenging yourself. You're not alone. You're absolutely not alone. There are hundreds of millions of leaders in the world, and many of them are challenging themselves each and every day to become a greater leader than they were yesterday. Are you willing to step up? Are you willing to have your own back and become the leader that you will be proud of at the end of each day? Own your mistakes, own your choices, and grow from them. Your mistakes, your choices are not there to pull you down. They're actually there to inspire you to reach for greater. They're there to inspire you to learn from them. In the beginning of being an entrepreneur, I was incredibly hard on myself because I was comparing myself to others. When I stopped that, when I started to look at my evolution and what I have come beyond, what I have grown through, that inspired me each day to reach for greater. And as I did, one of the questions I kept asking myself is, what else? What else? What else? I was putting that out to the universe. I was asking myself at the same time, I was asking my business, what else? What else? And as things came forward, as I was open to changing and growing, my business was able to grow as well. But the most important piece was I was willing to grow. We've got to be willing to grow. We've got to be willing to grow through our challenges, to grow through our mistakes. That makes you a leader, even in the tough times. People don't want to always just hear about the good things. They want to understand that you too are growing through challenges. You become a greater leader when you're willing to be vulnerable. You don't have to tell every single solitary detail, but letting people know that, hey, I've been working on myself. Hey, I've been working on being a greater leader, and I want to continue to be. Perhaps sharing that with your team members. Let me know how I can be a greater leader from you. Let me know what you need from me so I can show up even greater than I have today. And tomorrow will be even greater for everyone on your team. Operating from Standard operating procedures, I'm sure many of you have heard that. We put together systems to support our teams. We put together systems to support our clients and our customers. We have fabulous technology today to support us to be able to deliver on a different level. But are you operating from standard procedures? Are you holding yourself accountable to operate on a daily basis, taking time for yourself, getting a good night's rest, growing yourself, learning? Are you filling yourself up with the things that will actually deliver what is inside of you that will contribute? I remember Dr. Wayne Dyer saying, if you had an orange, pardon me, and you squeeze the orange, what would come out? Well, people said orange juice, of course. And he said, not milk, not water, no, orange juice. So this is something that I've had on my mind my entire entrepreneurial life. If somebody squeezes me, if somebody squeezes you, what comes out? What comes out is what you put in. So you as a leader, you need to be filling yourself up with knowledge, with information, with opportunities of growth so that what comes out of you is exactly that. So that the energy that you are putting out to the world is something that the people you're looking to connect to are able to find you. You as a leader have a big responsibility to take care of you. You have a big responsibility to show up in the world as a leader and a leader that you would like to connect with. Again, don't look at what other people are doing. Don't look at what other leaders are doing and compare yourself. Allow them to inspire you, but go within. Spend some time checking in on yourself and what you want to do to really grow yourself. Be willing to be innovative. Be willing to keep yourself stimulated with new opportunities. Don't overwhelm yourself with thousands of different things. Fine tune what it is that you know. Fine tune what it is that you love to do in the world, but keep being innovative. That is going to be something that is going to continue to inspire you to show up. You know, you want to have the opportunity of a business that gets you out of bed, that wants to pull you into being even greater. The contribution you will be in your world for you will be noticeable. Do you choose to do things to inspire yourself, or do you do things to inspire others? Inspiring others should just be a bonus. Inspiring you is the key. You see, your relationship with yourself, with your leadership skills, and with your business is what it's all about. It's actually not about other people. But you can't show up to be the big leader in the world that you desire until you're doing that with yourself. And doing that with yourself changes everything. It makes showing up as a leader such a gift, such a blessing in the world. And I wish that for you. Take the time to reconnect with yourself, with your vision, and with your business. Ask yourself each day, why am I doing what I'm doing? Reconnect with that vision, reconnect with what's on your heart. And I'm telling you, when you're doing that on a daily basis, when you're doing that on an annual basis, when you're setting those long-term and short-term goals, you're going to continue to grow yourself and you're going to continue to reach forward to be something more than you ever even imagined you were. I wish you all the very best. If you would like to connect with me, you can find me at christinemciver.com, or you can email me, christine@christinemciver.com. I wish you the very best. I wish you that you have the best leadership skills and inspirational experience that you ever even imagined. Thank you all so much, my friends. Take good care. Bye for now.
Thank you for joining this motivating talk on the Up-Level Your Future No More Hiding Summit. Inspired Choices Network and our expert speakers are excited to connect with you and learn about your hopes and desires to lead you to greater success. If you would like to learn more about everything Inspired Choices Network offers, including future summits, please email us at info@inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.